Good morning, class. William Kowalski. This is my informative speech on the impact of cell phone use and ways to improve driver safety. The purpose of this speech is to inform the audience about the hazards of cell phone use and to provide helpful measures to provide driver safety. What is a cell phone? Cell phone is a mobile device that allows us to make and receive phone calls using electromagnetic waves. Martin Cooper, a Motorola senior executive and researcher, made the first phone call on April 3rd, 1973 on our first ever portable cell phone. Most remember the original cell phones as the phone in the bag. You can picture being a kid on a road trip, something breaks, you go outside, dad pulls out this massive phone in a bag and tries to search for cell phone service to make a call. We've evolved since then. Cell phone use helps to facilitate the sharing of information, the notification of personnel. You can call someone if you're driving late, you're running late somewhere. If you have an emergency on the road, like I mentioned earlier, you can use it to call roadside assistance or the police. Cell phones, although helpful, pose a serious risk in our society. As technology develops, it is important for us to take driver safety precautions. Chuck Martin, the director of the Center for Media Research in Media Post Communications, a research firm, states the cell phone use has increased from 69% in 2005 to 94% in 2010. Everybody's got a cell phone now, whether you're 5 years old or 500 years old. Let's explore the statistics regarding cell phone use. According to NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Association, of those killed in distracted driver-related crashes in 2009, 995 involved reports of cell phone use as a distraction. 18% fatal crashes involved cell phone use. The NHTSA asserts that nearly 6,000 people a year are killed in accidents linked to cell phone use while driving. Teen drivers, for example, are 4 times more likely to be in a car crash or nearly crash due to talking or texting. Based upon University of Utah 2008 study, studies revealed that motorists who talk while driving cause traffic delay and cause drivers to drive slower on the freeway. A study conducted in the University of Alabama at Birmingham, published in Pediatrics, asserts that children crossing streets while using cell phones were 43% more likely to have a close call or actually be struck by a passing car. Now that we have discussed statistical evidence regarding cell phone use, let's closely examine the dangers associated with this technology. According to Dave Strayer, a psychological professor at the University of Utah, quotes, drivers on the cell phone are as impaired as drivers with 0.08% blood alcohol level. That defines DUI, drunk driving while intoxicating, in most states. Strayer also added that his research, hands-free cell phones are no less dangerous than handheld cell phones because talking is the distraction. It's not necessarily the act of holding a phone to your ear, but the actual point of you having your focus on something other than the road. Texting while driving is even worse because it also takes your focus off of the road visually. You have to look down, make sure that you type the right thing. You got to make sure that it's spelled correctly or that autocorrect didn't change your words into something different. For example, one time I was texting while driving and I was notifying my boss of where I was. I told him that I was going to pick up the recons from the SSA, and it changed it to picking up the recons from the SSA. Understanding the risks of cell phone use is important to protect our safety in order to increase self-awareness and avoid distracted driving accidents. Let's take a deeper look at ways to become a safer driver. Avoid using your phone or texting while driving. You can use a headset or a wireless telephone, or put your phone on speaker. But remember, it still takes away from your focus on the road. You can pull over to the side of the road, make your phone call, and continue driving. You can also ask a passenger to help. If your phone rings and you've got somebody driving with you, you pass the phone to him, ask him to answer it for you. Let him know that you're driving and you call them back later. Especially, you want to make sure that you suspend calls in heavy traffic or in bad weather. As the road conditions become more hazardous, so does utilizing a cell phone. Alright, so in order to avoid serious risks of distracted driving accidents, it's imperative to understand how to use the cell phone properly and safely. Based upon my personal experience, I've received a ticket for texting while driving in my vehicle. With research studies collected, I'm taking cautious measures to become a safer and attentive driver for myself, my family, and others. Thank you.